So, how did you survive, let alone win, when your competitors are dropping millions and millions on advertising? Today, we're going to break down the playbook of Vita Tequila. We're going to see exactly how a small, scrappy brand managed to take on the giants of the spirits world and come out on top.
Okay, to really get what Vita pulled off, you've got to go back in time and remember tequila's old reputation. I mean, as the founder, Lisa Barlow, puts it, it was that party shot you did in college and maybe didn't want to remember the next day. Sophisticated? Yeah, not so much.
But wow, has that image been flipped on its head? Over the last couple of decades, tequila has gone through this massive transformation, shaking off that old party shot reputation to become this super premium spirit that people all over the world are sipping and enjoying. And that shift, it lit a fire under the whole industry, making tequila the single fastest growing spirit category out there. This created a huge opportunity, a massive wave, and all the way back in 2003, Lisa Barlow and Vita Tequila decided they were going to ride it. So you've got this amazing product in a market that's absolutely blowing up. Sounds great, right? Well, there's a catch. You're the little guy, the small fish in a very, very big pond, surrounded by sharks with billion-dollar budgets. I mean, just to put this into perspective for you, when Vita was just getting started, one of their competitors was spending $25 million on print ads alone. How on earth is a startup supposed to compete with that kind of cash? This really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? It's the ultimate challenge for any small brand trying to make a name for itself. If you can't win with money, you have to get scrappy. You've got to find a totally different way to play the game. And that's exactly what Barlow knew she had to do. The strategy could never be about outspending the giants. It had to be about outthinking them. The entire plan was built on a foundation of creativity, not cash. So here it is, the core of their Underdog strategy. Instead of just buying ads, Vita created experiences. They launched at the 2007 Sundance Film Festival. Why? Not just to get their logo on a banner, but to become part of the cultural moment. The whole goal wasn't just awareness. It was about getting their tequila directly into the hands of the right people, creating a real, authentic buzz that no amount of money could ever buy. Okay, a killer launch is one thing, but how do you stay in the game for, almost 2 decades? Well, for Vita, it meant their biggest asset had to evolve, the founder herself. And you can see this whole evolution laid out right here. For more than a decade, Barlow was the brilliant strategist, the one pulling the strings behind the scenes. But more recently, she stepped out from behind that curtain to become the public face of her own brand. Her role on the reality show, The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, that gave the brand a whole new level of exposure. But here's the key. This wasn't just another celebrity slapping their name on a bottle. It was backed by almost 20 years of real work, of authenticity in the spirits industry. She had the street cred to make it totally legit. But here's the thing about success. It always brings new challenges. The marketing world of today is a completely different beast than it was when Vita first launched, and that's forcing the brand to pivot all over again. The old playbook, the one we've all been using for years, it's just not working like it used to. As Barlow points out, social media just doesn't have that same brand-building punch it once had. The media landscape is so fractured, and trying to cut through all that noise is tougher than ever. So what's Vita doing about it? Well, they're not just sitting back. They've got this awesome 2-pronged strategy for the future. They're changing things up by adding new products, while also, and this is cool, going back to their roots of making real in-person connections. First up, they're diversifying. They've launched Blue Jay Hard Seltzer, which is a totally different product aimed at a whole new audience. It's got a lower proof, it's made from beet sugar, and it's designed to tap right into that growing sober curious movement, which is huge, especially with millennials. And for part 2 of the plan, they're zigging while everyone else is zagging online. To fight that decline in digital reach, they're going physical. Vita has opened up a real brick-and-mortar lounge in Park City, Utah, giving the brand a dedicated home in the real world. And look, this isn't just some vanity project or a simple bar. It is a brilliant strategic move to deal with all that digital noise. It's a physical space where they can have real conversations, where people can actually experience the brand in a way that a social media post could never, ever replicate. It's about building a real connection that actually lasts. When you look at the whole Vita Tequila story, from those scrappy events at Sundance all the way to this founder-led lounge, it all seems to point in one direction, doesn't it? It leaves us with this really important question. In a world that just keeps getting louder and more digital, maybe the most powerful way to stand out is to get smaller, more authentic, and more personal than ever before.